It's
Okay. Okay. Father Jeff here, and it's been a busy week, and my Friday email, I'm hoping to have a one-take video because we had so many comments when Maya Argenta talked about her mission trip, and so I hope that this is a way for me to get this done quickly so I can leave on vacation. So yes. All right. So last weekend we were on retreat up at St. Mary's in Solon, and we had 68 students, good mix of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And we love retreats because it's one of the great ways that we get to know new people and draw them in so that we can work with them throughout their college years. And so I have compiled the dream team of, what we call this, panel discussion of, so yes, come Holy Spirit, this is a one-take video. First question, something about your first retreat, some memory that you can recall that kind of, I don't know, exemplifies how you got deeper into the Newman community, or maybe it was your first. So I'll stop talking. Who wants to go?
I can start.
And talk a little bit louder than you think you need to, because I don't know how the video is going to work.
That sounds good. Okay, so at my first retreat, I remember the first small group time we had, and my small group leader was Tommy Kolash, who's a current seminarian, and yeah, just getting to know him better really invited me into this community, and yeah, just through the friendship I made in that small group, I just felt more invited to make more friendships and to come around here more often, even after the retreat.
Awesome.
Mine is kind of similar to Matthew's. My first retreat, it was COVID, so we didn't actually get to go anywhere, but we still had talks and stuff. And I remember we were sitting in St. Wenceslas Church, and Drew, one of the focus missionaries at the time, was giving a talk about authentic friendship. And I was sitting next to this girl that I had literally met 2 weeks ago, and yeah. And I remember he was talking about it's sacrifice. It's you want what's best for the other person. And I remember her looking over at me, and I was like, well, now I have to look at her too. And then I was like, oh shoot, I think we have to be friends now. But it worked out, because now she's one of my best friends. And honestly, I can say she's one of the people that has driven my faith the most, because I met someone who was willing to hold me accountable for when I was not being very godly and needed to do better, but also congratulate me when I did something that was very Christ-like.
Excellent.
Mine was during adoration. I went to the prayer teams, and it was with Katie Hopping and one of the sisters that were there, and it just I felt very peaceful afterwards, and it kind of made me realize that oh, this is the real faith. It because I was kind of iffy, when I first came back to college, came to college, and just throughout my life. So yeah, it was just kind of a realization. It was really cool.
Okay.
For me, it's basically all community based, because I went on my first retreat knowing one person, and it was basically Bennett from organic class. And then coming back was just I know a lot more people, and then I just kept coming and getting involved. It was kind of just the door opener for me, because it was I didn't want to come and just not know anyone. And the retreat was the way that I could go and meet everyone or get to know somebody, so then I felt I could come. So it was just the doorway to coming into Newman for me.
Excellent. And I realized I should have had you introduce yourselves because they don't know who you are. So second question, final question. What was your role in this past retreat? And if there's a highlight. So introduce yourself, what's your role, and highlight of this weekend.
Okay. I'm Matthew Friedland. I'm this year's Faith Formation Special Events Fellow. So that means I was actually in charge of planning and helping lead this retreat, along with a great team of 4 others and the Newman staff. So it was great working with everyone. And I'd say my highlight was just seeing the whole thing come together, just something I've been planning since last semester, working so smoothly and people clearly being drawn closer to Christ through it.
my name's Joe Bussey. I was a small group leader. And I'd say my favorite part was probably the small group, just getting to know other guys that I just don't know, like underclassmen or like freshmen and sophomores I just didn't know. And just now I'm like, oh, Brian, how you doing? And stuff like that. So, it's good to meet people.
Excellent.
My name is Anna Kelly, and I'm the music fellow here at Newman. So I did the music for the retreat, and it was really inspiring to me to see how many people I asked. I was like, who wants to sing in the choir on Sunday? And like 3 people who I didn't even know would be even comfortable like standing in front of people, much less opening their mouth and producing noise, were like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, whoa, okay, Holy Spirit. And then not only that, but they were like really, really good. And they made me cry during adoration. So yeah, that was an amazing moment.
My name is Sarah Lumpa. I didn't really have a role in the retreat. I was a participant for the retreat,
Yes.
and I was actually one of the people that sang with Anna at adoration,
And it was very good and made her
Right.
cry.
but that was actually my highlight of the retreat was adoration, because I was very blessed to be able to look out into the crowd and see people crying and laughing and going to reconciliation and going to the prayer teams, and just I got to see every single emotion in adoration. And it kind of made me realize that any emotion is okay to have in adoration, whether you're crying, laughing, just kind of sitting there staring at Jesus. And yeah, that was really cool to see.
All right. Well, thank you all. You guys are awesome people, and I'm glad that you were hanging out Friday morning at the Newman Center. I am going to be gone next week. I do have Saturday evening mass, but I am going with Father Tom Hennon and my brother Joe and a few other people up to the Boundary Waters to canoe for 5 days. So I will be gone this week. Who knows what I will have in store for my next Friday email. God bless you, and thank you for your support of the Newman Center. Take.
I didn't know
That was unplanned.